What do you think is the most influential horror movie of the 21st century thus far?
Well,
We asked our film and horror content creator friends what they think is the most influential horror movie of the 21st century thus far.
I'm Brian with Talking Horror, and the most influential horror movie of the century thus far is, without a doubt, no questions, Get Out. Get Out has the social commentary. It became an event movie that people would go to as a horror movie. That is fantastic. It also kind of reinvigorated the trend of comedic writers and actors directing horror movies, which has done us very well. And even though horror movies don't typically do well at the Oscars, this one won Best Original Screenplay. It broke through. That is a big deal.
hey Andrew, what's the most influential horror movie of the century so far? What a wonderful question. Thank you for asking. My immediate thought is to say Jordan Peele's classic film Get Out, which is a directorial debut defining work. However, I'm going to go with Ari Aster's Hereditary, which I think is the quintessential A24 film that put them on the map and really defined the quote unquote elevated horror genre that everyone seems to be ripping off these days.
The horror movie that I think is the most influential of this century thus far would have to be The Conjuring. It launched a whole franchise and completely changed horror movies, and it has so many spin-offs. It has to be The Conjuring.
A movie that I think is the most influential horror movie of the 21st century is actually Kim Ji-woon's I Saw the Devil. One, I think it's an incredible film. It's incredibly well made and well acted, but I also think it is very thought-provoking. It really gets you thinking about the concept of revenge and how it affects not only the person who is getting revenge enacted on them, but who is doing the revenge, like who is getting the revenge, and how it affects also all the people who are inevitably caught in the crosshairs. I think it should be the standard of not just revenge horror, but also just revenge movies in general. I think it is such an amazing film. Again, very disturbing, but just so incredibly thought-provoking. It has not left my brain since the first time I watched it. I literally think about it once a day.